Has Amazon marketing been baffling you? Have you been struggling and not getting the results that you want? In this quick Amazon marketing makeover, we're going to go over some of the most important pieces of knowledge that you're going to need in order to be able to make your marketing on Amazon effective. So the first piece in our Amazon marketing makeover is understanding Amazon listings. Understanding how Amazon listings work is vital because it's going to be what really sells your product. Your listing is how people are going to get found. In fact, more than 90% of the time, they're going to be coming through search. So it's going to be not just having the great listing that converts people once they get there, but also it's going to be really important to make sure that your listing is optimized so you get the right people. And that's what we're going to be going over. But before we do that, we got to kind of go over the basics. So how Amazon Prime works is you take an item and you're going to prepare it or prep it for Amazon. So that might be bubble wrap, that might mean a box, and then you're going to put a sticker on it that's going to let Amazon know that this particular item belongs to this merchant and that it also belongs to this listing on Amazon. And it's going to help them connect those. Once you're going to do that, you're going to send all of those items in boxes together, and you're going to send them to Amazon's warehouse. Then those items will be available via Amazon Prime. Having your item available via Amazon Prime makes it sell so much faster. So making sure that you have that little Prime donation is incredibly important. We can show you more about how to do that. Then once that customer orders, it will be delivered to them. Amazon will handle the shipping and customer service. Because of the trust Amazon has really garnered with customers, that's what really makes the magic happen. There are a couple ways to sell on Amazon. And so the first one is through Vendor Central or Vendor Express. This is what sometimes people call 1P. This is when you sell directly to Amazon, and Amazon handles the pricing, they handle all sorts of different things, and they're going to ask for special negotiated rates, and there's going to be things like chargebacks and marketing expenses. You need to be really careful with that because you don't get any control over pricing. There is Seller Central, which is the way that we primarily work with sellers, and works best for smaller brands. And that's going to be where you're working as a third-party merchant or you're selling through a third-party merchant that will help you control and manage your items on Amazon. There are a couple of pros and cons. With Vendor Central, you don't get any pricing control, but once they order those items, they're going to order them and they're going to pay you within a 60 to 90-day period. Amazon can return overstock, and there's going to be marketing and shipping costs. So make sure you build in for that. The pricing and fee structure for them on that side is kind of complicated. It's still complicated on Seller Central, where you sell through Amazon, but you don't sell directly to Amazon. But you have more control over the pricing. You're the one that sets the pricing control as long as you control the distribution. If you don't control the distribution of who has your product, then it becomes really difficult to control your pricing on Amazon. And it's something that we have to work with clients over a long period of time to kind of rein in. Amazon Seller Central has a couple of other benefits, and that is that you have more control over vendor returns. You're going to have quick payments, and it doesn't take any invitation to require. Vendor Central requires an invitation, and you're going to get higher margins typically because you're going to be selling directly to the consumer and cutting out the middleman a little bit. If you're selling direct wholesale to a third party, it's also a great thing and something that we can recommend. With Amazon listings, though, what you don't know can hurt your brand. There have been brands like Sharon Lecter's brand that are amazing. They're beautiful. And she's done a really good job in curating a certain image for herself and for the brands that she has developed. However, if she hadn't taken the time to look at Amazon when I first met her, and what I found was her board game, which is a wonderful game for teens, was photographed a used game on a dirty bedspread. If you are not checking how your brand is being presented on Amazon, there is a lot that you don't know. Your brand could be misrepresented. You could be open to FTC claims. There could be a whole bunch of different things that could be going on. So you want to make sure you're checking Amazon because anybody can create a listing on Amazon. If your product is successful at all, at some point you're going to have to deal with the Amazon monster. It's just if you can get ahead of it before it becomes a problem, you're going to be so much more successful. Now, when it comes to Amazon listings, there's a couple of things that you want to make sure you look at. That title is really important. This title is great because it gives you all of those important keywords. So they focused on a keyword-rich title, but it's still easy to read for the customer. They used all of their images, and they made sure that in those images they include the the back of the ingredients of the products. They made sure that they gave you all the information that you need to buy, and then they used these bullet points down here with some more keyword rich information. On top of that, they have the keywords that are really focused in on the background. Sometimes people will only focus on the bullets, but you want to make sure that you're also looking at the description. You need to fill out both and fill out both well. These bullets are indexed by search where the description is not, but the description comes up first on mobile, so they're both important in different ways. And you can see one of the best things that they did here is with these bullets, instead of just saying, 14-ounce jar of peanut butter, they talk specifically about their product and about what it does, and that gives them more keywords, and it's a better selling point for people who are coming, and if they're in doubt of whether or not this is the right almond butter for them, this is going to be able to help answer their questions that they are worried about. Is this roasted? Is it cooked? Is it temperature controlled? They're answering the questions that customers are going to have that are keeping them from buying in these bullet points. And the other thing that's really important if you have somebody else creating a listing for you is you make sure that they fill in those attributes for you, and they will know what those mean. I can't get into all of that in this one video. This buy box right here, so you can see that this buy box is being held by Wishing You Well. So this is a Seller Central vendor that somebody's using Seller Central. We can tell because it has a name here and not the word Amazon. So whoever has their name right here, when somebody clicks the add to the cart, it's going to come out of their inventory. So that's something you want to think about. You want to make sure you're competing for the buy box, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the pricing video. This is a variation listing, so if you have things that are red, blue, green, different flavors, different sizes, variations are incredibly important. So make sure you take the time to learn about those. And then with those reviews right there, used to be reviews, super important. We're going to talk about why they're not in the next video. They're still important, but not as important as they used to be. There's a couple of things in the product details that are important for you to know. You'll hear Amazon sellers talk about a lot is this ASIN number. What this ASIN number is basically an identification number of where this product is on the Amazon catalog. So this ASIN number is going to be really important for you. Another really important number down here is your best sellers rank, sometimes called BSR. And you want to look at the one in the top category. So this is going to tell you how you're doing compared to other products in your category. The lower the number, the better you're doing. But just remember, if you're a niche product, it's not important for you to be number one in your category. It's important that you be maintaining or lowering that best-selling rank over time, because that's going to tell you how you're doing in comparison to others in getting those consistent conversions that will help you with search. The other thing to be checking on a regular basis is your dimensions. It will hurt your Amazon fees if these dimensions are wrong, so you want to make sure that you get those right. Amazon search engine optimization has a lot to do with sales. It's mostly focused on bringing relevant traffic in and converting listings versus pretty listings. So some people can make really beautiful Amazon listings, but they don't do the checking on the back end to make sure that they're actually converting. Something that they should be telling you and checking on for you is the unit session percentage, and telling you how that listing is converting compared to the number of people that are coming on it. We want to see that that number stays the same or rises over time. So in the next video, we're going to be talking about pricing and what you need to know about pricing on Amazon. This has been our video on understanding Amazon listings. We hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the next video so you can get more information on how to grow your Amazon business.